Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You are watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
Big changes could be in store for Primm. Find out what a top executive is planning. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7 tonight. I'm Lena Bleetz. In Business, brought to you by G Bank, your best banking experience ever. The company that operates a number of casinos in Primm is planning what one executive calls an exciting transition. Affinity Interactive operates Buffalo Bills in Primm Valley and the recently closed Whiskey Pete's. Instead of being destination resorts, the plan is for the properties to cater to those traveling between California and Las Vegas. Affinity President and CEO Scott Butera got unanimous approval from the Nevada Gaming Commission at a licensing hearing on Thursday. LVRJ Assistant Business Editor Rick Vallata explains the Clark County Commission's meeting next week with Affinity to discuss how long Whiskey Pete's will stay closed.
Right now, it's expected to be a minimum of 3 years, and what they're doing is getting a request for 2 years of closures plus 2 6-month extensions to that closure.
However, Butera said no decisions have been made about the fate of the properties. Now for your top stories, the Las Vegas Clark County Library District is discontinuing its Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Accessibility program to comply with the Trump administration's executive orders. The Library District will take several actions, including dissolving its DEIA committee and requiring employees to remove pronouns from their email signatures. Executive Director Kelvin Watson said no public programming, library materials, or staff jobs will be affected. But he also said the district receives significant funding from the federal government. A portion of the 215 Beltway in Summerlin is set to close at 9 p.m. tonight and reopen at 9 p.m. Saturday. Clark County says the closure is needed so crews can pour concrete decking for the Peaceway Bridge that's being built over the Beltway. Southbound lane reductions will begin at Town Center Drive and northbound reductions will start at Sunset Road. The county says drivers should use Fort Apache to access the northbound Beltway at Flamingo and use Tropicana to access the southbound Beltway. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Starting out tonight with clear skies, but the clouds should start rolling in during the early hours of Saturday morning, with temperatures in the low 50s, reaching an overnight low of 52 degrees by 5 a.m. Looking at partly cloudy skies all weekend with a high of 75 and low of 50 on Saturday. Winds picking up on Sunday with just a 2% chance of rain, high of 69 and low of 47. Starting out next week with a dip in temperatures, high of 61 and low of 44 on Monday, with a 4% chance of showers.
Sports brought to you by PT's Taverns. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com. I'm Heidi Fang, and Formula One fans will get the chance to experience Grand Prix Plaza starting next month. The 39-acre plaza, which includes the Las Vegas Grand Prix pit building, will open March 29th to the public for the first time outside of race days, offering 3 ticketed attractions. The trio of options include the interactive 4D exhibit F1X, the live karting attraction F1 Drive, and the food and beverage and merchandise-focused F1 Hub.
In Health, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. One of the nation's leading cardiologists is right here in Las Vegas, and he's talking to lawmakers about saving the lives of high school athletes. Here's more on Dr. Alfred Danielian's mission. In an emergency, every second counts, especially when it comes to matters of the heart.
So within 5 minutes, there's a 50% chance of survival if an AED is not used immediately. And within 10 minutes, unfortunately, as time passes, without intervention, the chances are really close to zero.
Dr. Danielian is the team cardiologist for all professional sports teams in Las Vegas and UNLV athletics. And now he's leading a major statewide initiative. Currently, Nevada law requires high school coaches to be CPR and AED trained. But the doctor says more needs to be done. He's calling for AEDs to be on site and readily accessible in all high school athletic venues, and for emergency action plans to be written out and put in place at every high school. He says these are the keys to preventing fatal outcomes from sudden cardiac arrest in our student athletes.
Yeah, so I think it comes down to the simple fact that AEDs save lives. And when we use AEDs immediately with CPR, we can triple survival rates.
According to the American Heart Association, sudden cardiac arrest is considered fairly rare in young athletes, impacting 1 in 60,000 under 35 years old. And while high school athletes undergo a screening process to look for issues, they don't always catch everything.
Fortunately, while we have great screening processes, there's no perfect screening process. And so what we do know is that we can save lives if we act fast.
And that's why he traveled to Carson City this week to advocate for the Smart Heart Law for our high schools. It's an effort he says can and will prevent tragedy.
You can never do harm by using an AED, but by not using an AED in a timely fashion, a life can be cost.
Vegas Nation brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. The Raiders' pursuit of Matthew Stafford is over. The 37-year-old quarterback is working out a new deal to remain in Los Angeles. The Rams had given Stafford permission to gauge his financial market with other teams, but LA would get the final crack at keeping him based on any offers from other teams. The Raiders and Stafford were in agreement on a deal that would pay him $90+ million over 2 seasons. Stafford met with the Rams today and came to terms on a new contract. The Raiders will now pivot their attention to other options. Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. A plethora of NFL stars are poised to come back from injuries next season. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott is the +275 favorite at Caesars Sportsbook to win the league's Comeback Player of the Year award. Lions edge rusher Aiden Hutchinson and 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey are tied for the 3-1 second choice. Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence is the 5-1 fourth pick, and Vikings quarterback JJ McCarthy is next at +650. Raiders star pass rusher Max Crosby is 25-1 to win the award.
And your 7 at 7 lifestyle news, sponsored by Palms Casino Resort, your Vegas to California connection. A private winery in Napa Valley is coming to the Strip for its only wine dinner in the U.S. this year. Screaming Eagle, which sells its wines through a mailing list, will host a dinner at Delilah at the Wynn. It's happening March 8th at 7 p.m. and is part of the Wynn Connoisseur Series. The evening will feature a multi-course menu created by Delilah's executive chef, along with tastings of high-end vintage wines. The cost is $6,500 per person, plus tax and gratuity. Bookings can be made at winlasvegas.com. Now for entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, with live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. The Oscars are this Sunday, and a Vegas wedding chapel is featured in one of the nominees for Best Picture. 7 at 7's John Archuleta brings us more.
The Little White Wedding Chapel has seen its share of celebrities tie the knot. Now it's seen in the film Honora, one of this year's Oscar nominees for Best Picture. The film stars Mikey Madison, who's also nominated for Best Actress, and Mark Edelstein. Their characters decide to get married at the iconic chapel during a trip to Vegas.
The film actually featured one of our officiants, our head minister, Reverend Diana.
It's yet another entry in the long pop culture history of the chapel.
The Little White Wedding Chapel is world-renowned. It's synonymous with weddings in Las Vegas. Everyone knows that sign. Everybody thinks it's the only chapel in Las Vegas, and that's because of the legacy and history of celebrities flocking here to marry.
A-listers who have said "I do" there include Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, Joan Collins, Britney Spears, and Demi Moore and Bruce Willis. Honora also includes footage shot at Palms Casino Resort and the Fremont Street Experience, and if it wins Best Picture Sunday, it will be the 4th winner filmed partly in Las Vegas.
Thanks for watching 7 at 7 tonight. Watch 7 at 7 twice a day, Monday through Friday, and search Review Journal to follow us on your favorite streaming platform. See you Monday morning for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Knock the Injury Law.